Good morning. Bright and early this morning. Welcome to the ASV's 24-hour live stream news desk, coming to you live from Melbourne. This morning we have breaking news. Before we begin, though, we'd like to say in a spirit of reconciliation, the Astronomical Society of Victoria acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connection to land, sea and community, and we pay our respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today. Now, back to our breaking news. Skies over Victoria have cleared enough for us to share with you a historic event, the conjunction of Jupiter and Venus. And coming to us live from a field in rural Western Victoria, our roving reporter, Andy, has an update. Andy, how you going?
How you going? Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, it's slightly cloudy, and we're just getting a few views through here.
Pop the stream up, shall we?
Yep.
Here we go. Look at that.
That's only us two today.
It is only us two this morning. We do have Andy in the background, another Andy, too many Andys, helping us out with tech support, but it is just the two of us this morning because it seems that only Western Victoria has got clear skies. And as you can see here, staring us in the face is Jupiter on the left with its moons and Venus, nice and bright, on the right there.
I'll just dim it down a bit, and you should be able to see the bands of Jupiter. I'll zoom it in a bit and bring it up a little bit. Yeah, so you can see a bit of banding. Normally I'd be zoomed in and you'd get a lot of banding, finer banding, and especially with visual. But if anyone's out there and they want to see where it is, I'll just click this. That's pretty well the horizon look. So it's only pretty low on the horizon. There is a bit of cloud. I'm looking now. There's no cloud. There's a bit of a glow coming, and it's going to.
So just quickly, is this a live? How long is that exposure you just taken there?
Oh, look, that was about a 15-second one. I can do another one in about a minute. I don't want to crash the other camera. It's a bit funny. 3 cameras running.
We already did that in testing.
Yeah, So I'll get back out of that. I'll go back to the live view, and I'll go up to Venus. Now you can even see. I'll zoom it down a bit. Yeah, you can see the way the sun's lighting it from underneath. So it's not a full view at the moment.
Of Venus.
Yeah, I'll go right down because it's so bright.
So
that's. It's
for those people who are crazy enough to be awake and watching this with us, what is a conjunction?
Conjunction. Well, technically, a conjunction is just when 2 planets are close together. I mean, it's quite a common thing. There's star conjunctions or a planet in front of a star, but mainly it's when planets are at their closest point. That's my understanding. For being an amateur.
An astronomical object.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and you can have a conjunction of a planet and a star, technically, but it's pretty well just an event. But this one's quite unique because it's so bright. I'm just looking with my eyes. It's more of a visual spectacle, really. Like if anyone could go outside and actually see that it's not clouded over and look at it, it's amazing because just above it there's we've got Saturn next, and then Mars Saturn, then Mars, then Saturn. I've just got to get my
get your bearings
in light. Saturn on top, Mars, and I'm pretty sure is it Neptune's in between? I'd have to check on. Yeah, Neptune's just above this. So if I moved up a little bit, set a really long exposure, and then Neptune will come into focus. But So that's the two there. But I'm just looking at Mars is right on top. So now that's an alignment as well. So this is a conjunction while an alignment's going on. So people would be pretty impressed with that, especially a long time ago, because it does stand out. I'm just looking now, and I'm looking at. I'm in my tent, of course, and I'm looking at the
tent in rural Victoria.
Yeah, and this
out in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. I'm just got to watch out for crazy sheep in the background. They're attack sheep around here. I'm looking up at Saturn at the moment quite clearly with my eyes. I'll just get back to that.
So at the moment, if you've got clear skies anywhere and you're able to get outside, you'll be able to see, if you've got a good view to the east, the Jupiter and Venus will be lower on the horizon. The two bright objects, they'll almost look like one, won't they, Andy?
Yeah, they do. Like it's a bit of a. I'm lucky here because I'm in Bortle 1, so it's always clear or cloudy, one of the two, and dark. So
and then above them on the ecliptic plane, we'll have what's that? It was Mars, wasn't it? And then, or is it Jupiter? Sorry, Saturn and then Mars.
Saturn's next, and then Mars. And theoretically, most people, even in a city, should be able to see that. Well, at least even in a city, you'll see these two. Even looking at with lights all around, you'll definitely see the morning star. Technically, they call it the morning star because it's normally the only star left in as the sun's coming up. And then this will be there for another hour or two. So, what's the time now? 5, at least until 6:30. You'll see, and then Jupiter will slowly disappear, and you'll see Venus for another. Even as late as 7 o'clock, I think. That's out here.
I think I'll be sleeping again by then.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good viewing. Like, it's supposed to be thick cloud at the moment, and
yes,
you can't at the moment. All the apps are wrong. They're all over the place, and it's the same with the weather. I think the weather's all over the place.
We lucked out, didn't we?
In Melbourne, yeah. Like, if you're probably in South Australia, north of South Australia, I'm just looking at the cloud bank, and I'm just in a hole at the moment. So it could suddenly cloud over, and I could lose the whole image. But yeah, so if there's a few people out there who haven't got cloud, and this is even tomorrow morning, the Venus is starting to move back up again. I think. Is it up or down? No, I have to fast forward.
We've got someone asking if we can see the detail of Jupiter through the telescope. Okay. Your gear that you've got set up is not specifically set up to be viewing Jupiter in detail.
No, not
so you have to see a little bit of banding, but the idea of what we're looking at today is the fact that in the same field of view, through Andy's telescope, you can see both Jupiter and Venus, and they're 0.2 degrees apart, less than the full moon, less than the diameter of the full moon. So in the night sky, when you look at them visually right now, if you were to go out and have a look, they would almost look like they were coming from the same light source, same point.
Yeah, you can see a mild bit of banding there.
The other reason we can't see a lot of banding at the moment is it's pretty low, isn't it? So it's coming through a lot of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's pretty low, and there's it's pretty not misty, but there's a fair bit of moisture in the air, which is not good.
And a bit of high cloud where you are.
High cloud, yeah. It's all everything which you don't normally do astro in, especially stuff low on the horizon. Cloud, rain. It's been raining here, and I had to get there was a bit of water in the tent this morning, so I had to get that out.
So
did you get that?
For those watching at home, the next time we'll be able to do something like this, a stream of Jupiter and Venus in the same field of view, is going to be about 17 years. before we'll have this particular conjunction again.
Yeah, right. You see, last year, Jupiter and Saturn, the planets were up pretty high at a reasonable hour, because it's just the way we are in the whole solar system. So last year, normally around about midnight this time of year, Jupiter was vertical, straight above, and so was Saturn. They're up pretty high, so you could. But at the moment, for this whole season, normally the planet season, they're all going to be quite late at night. So it'll be keen people getting up 3, 4 in the morning to see the planets. They're not going to get much. Oh, they will. Probably maybe 2 o'clock. You'll get a planets rising, and then it'll be summer again. And then, it's just the way we are in the solar system. And
should we go back to that wide view of the two of them?
There you are.
There we go.
You can see a little bit of, it looks like I'll turn it right down. Whoops, wrong one.
Wrong controls.
I've got 3 different. I'll turn it right down. Now that is. It looks a bit like a moon. I can't really zoom much more, and I might be able to go in just to give a rough idea. But I'll find
That's
it now.
because the reason it looks like a moon is because it's between us and the sun. Yeah,
and it's been lit up from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
More so, we're getting lit up from that same direction. So if someone was standing off to the side, they'd see Earth the same way, and our moon. They'd all look like this if they were standing off.
If they're on Mars, if they're on Mars using a telescope to look at Earth,
and
they would get the same view.
Maybe a few more conjunctions from now, they'll be doing that. Or you never know. The next one, they might be. There might be someone on Mars 17 years from now. I think they'd be.
That would be. There we go. ASV coming to you live from Mars.
Yeah, that'll be good.
It'd be a bit fun.
Yeah, just actually, I'll just turn it up a bit.
Turn the brightness back up. See if we can see any of those moons next to Jupiter.
Okay.
There we go. 1, 2. I can see 3 of them. I think the fourth one was
just it was here.
Just going across the face, isn't it?
I'll just see if it's the face, or I'll look at my planetary across the face or the behind. It is crewing. Yeah, that's Ganymede. So on top is Io. Ganymede. Sorry, not on Io. So it's Callisto very top here. This one, Callisto. Sorry. There's Io. Now Ganymede is just there, just in with my
little
arrow.
I can actually, if you move your mouse, you can just see it popping out the edge there.
Yeah, and it's slowly moving in front. I'll zoom it right in.
Just in that view there, how much does Venus look like a star?
Yeah, here we go. Look, there. Yeah, that's zoomed right in.
Like a star.
Yeah, because it's because I've got a don't know if you're going to see it zoomed in. Yeah, a bit of a bulge. I can sort of see that. Bit tricky. Oh, okay. If I knock it down a bit. No, you're not going to see it. It's a wrong gear I've got on today.
Oh, there you go. There's a bit of banding there.
Yeah, it's a bit of banding and a bit of brightness through the. But the movement, it's moving. It's looking through people explain it like looking through the bottom of a swimming pool, looking up through. That's what our atmosphere is like, and it's rippling on top and rippling all different levels. So for planets to look good, they need to be straight above us.
The higher they get, the better they look.
Yeah, and also towards the best planetary viewing is along the equator. So that means all the planets are directly above. But you've got the heat from the equator too, so you need to be in a perfect spot. But yes, some of the guys who do planetary imaging, some of the best stuff in the world is along the equator, because it's the best, clearest atmosphere, the shortest, and it's directly straight above, so you're looking through the thinnest part. But then you need steady air, and you've got to find somewhere along the equator which isn't tropical, too hot, too cold, just, and you'll need a cooled camera. This is what I'm shooting through now is just a planetary cam. It's a little ASI 120 MC. It's probably one of the starting point little cameras. And the way to take images with these, I mean, this is like live at the moment, but what I normally do is just take a video, a 2 or 3 minute video, no longer than 2 minutes for, say, Jupiter. And then they call it lucky imaging. And what you do is because you've got thousands of frames at how many frames per second, I'll probably try and get it to about 50 frames a second. So every second there's 50 frames, and one of those frames in that second should hopefully is steady. And even if quarter of the frame,
lucky imaging component.
Yeah, and then the software, a lot of it's free software. It might pick up 10% or 20% of those frames and pick the best ones, and then start stacking them, and it stacks it even in quarter of the frame too. So it might just be the very top little corner of that image was steady for that half millisecond. So and it stacks all those little images together, and that's why you see these brilliant images, but you never see a really good live view of Jupiter and Saturn. You still do, but they're nothing like the images you're seeing around. I'll see if I can dig one out.
I was adding Anne-Marie into the stream and jumped to her. How you going, Anne-Marie? Good morning.
Good.
It's cleared up for you as well?
A little bit.
There we go. We'll bring yours in and have a peek. So this is from Anne-Marie's equipment. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of cloud out there.
There is a lot of cloud out there. It is apparently clearing in Melbourne, which looks good. So cloud gaps looking like they're starting to open up in Bayside, which if you're in Melbourne, that means get outside soon and have a peek at it. If you get a chance, it's well worth having a look at. That's for sure. So, Anne-Marie, your Jupiter looks better than Andy's. Sorry, Andy.
Oh, she's got better gear. Her gear's heaps better than mine.
I haven't got my planetary camera on, though. I've just got my deep sky one on, just to try and get the two in the one frame.
But that's why you've got
it. Looks beautiful.
Yeah. Cool.
I love it.
But you can see the shape of Venus on that. So it's
you can. You really can. Are you able to zoom in on Venus there? Or?
If I can figure out how. Maybe
A
not.
lot now, aren't I?
Yeah. I'm not familiar with SharpCut. I don't use SharpCut much.
See at the top where it says zoom? Keep going up further.
Up. Yep.
Yeah.
And look, apart from that, it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and the roosters are crowing.
The roosters are crowing. I don't think hers will. It's all locked in. Oh, that's all right. All good.
I don't know.
So you've got Jupiter.
Because I'm shooting, is it?
That's right.
Why am I shooting? Let's just cancel that. There we go.
No, won't let you change it.
Your control panel's there for some reason. That whole top panel's blocked.
Here we go. Sorry?
Yeah, I can't see why it's blocked. It looks like it's blocked for some reason.
I've just updated to version 4. Who knows?
Updates. Yep.
I wonder if I can maybe do this. Region of interest. Oh, no, maybe not. It's capture complete. It's still capturing. What's it doing?
Oh, we've broken Anne-Marie's gear already. Look at that.
No, I know. It's just.
There you are. There's your zoom.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, there it.
Oh, there we go.
That's Venus.
Look at that.
Wobble. The scene tonight is terrible.
It's not great out there.
Let me.
It's not great at all.
Let me see if I can zoom in on the other way. Oh, it's gone again.
It's gone again. I'll jump over
It's
to
slow.
Andy's.
It's just slow, I think.
I'll jump back over to Andy's till yours pops up when yours
Yeah.
is ready.
Here it is.
We'll come back over to Andy's. Oh, here we go.
Um,
So you could see banding on Jupiter on yours quite well.
yeah. Go back to Andy's and I'll see if I can get on Jupiter.
There
Yeah.
we go.
I'm not going to touch anything. And that's the thing. Look, I had crashes. I did this same thing yesterday for a bit of a practice, and yeah, it crashed. I crashed it multiple times. I did an update last week, and it crashed this computer for hours. It just wouldn't start. And that's the thing about updates; they're really good, but with Astro Gear, sometimes it just
Cause some drama.
just little things. There's so many little things which have to go right.
So
But then other times,
So at the moment, for people who are going to go outside and have a peek, you're going to be looking to the east above the horizon. Not a long way above the horizon, though, is it, Andy? Have you got that
No.
wide view again?
I will. I'm just doing one now. I'm just doing a quick image and see where it's moved.
So you won't miss it. If you look to the east, you'll have
Yeah.
You can't miss it. They're very bright.
very bright.
Mm.
Cannot miss it. So yeah, you've got Venus and Jupiter. Then above those at the moment is Neptune, which won't be easy. Won't see Venus. Won't see Neptune this morning through binoculars or anything like that. And then
hang
Mars
there.
and then Saturn and Pluto even higher. So right now we've
Just
got
if you can hang there.
six planets in the night sky.
I've got Jupiter up with cloud coming and
here we
going.
go.
Coming. Oh, it was good a second ago.
It was very good a second ago. It's that clouds moved through a bit, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. We turn the gain up a bit. Will that help?
Maybe. Where is it?
Oh, there we go.
And more cloud.
And more cloud. Yeah.
That's what we've done.
Keep bumping it up. It's going to blow out in a minute when the cloud blows away.
Yeah, the cloud will disappear and it'll just be white again.
Yeah.
So if you've got a pair of binoculars or if you've got a telescope, get it out there. Oh, good morning, Roger. How you going? Roger's an ASV member. Produces some quite amazing images as well, Roger does. So if you've got some binoculars, head outside, have a peek, have a look at it. You'll definitely see the two of them through your binoculars or telescope at the moment. They're so close. Just jump across to Andy's, just gives you an idea of how close to the horizon they still are.
Yeah, that's not quite live because my dew heater just fell off my camera and it all fogged up. So this was about, half an hour ago. So
Half an hour ago.
it'd be up about here now.
Yeah. So still pretty low though.
It's still low. That was a quick 10-second image with my DSLR, and that's why you can see the pink tinge on it. But that's the sort of horizon view. So at the moment, I'm just looking with my eyes. It is right here at the moment. So it's just moved up a bit. So people in the city, it'll get over your neighbour's house now. Because that will be there, your neighbour's or your tree or something or something.
I reckon if I opened the front door and looked straight out, I'd see it just above the roof of the house in front.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to go unfog my camera again. And
Go unfog. I'll jump across to Anne-Marie's for the moment. We'll see what's going on over there.
Jupiter keeps hiding behind cloud, but Venus is very bright.
It is, yeah.
And I'm back to getting stuck in a capture. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
You might end up being able to process some of this.
Well, I just wanted to take a couple of 10-second shots of both so that I can sort of
See what happens.
Yeah. Oh, it says it's complete now. I was just going to try and brighten it up for Jupiter. Nope.
So I think we might put a post up on the page later this morning for anyone who's taken an image to share their image with us. If people are able to take some photos of not just the conjunction, but the planets all lined up as well. That's a good view there, like that. You can see the banding on Jupiter and the shape of Venus there as well.
On mine.
Yeah, I quite like that. That's a nice view.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get that shot. Pretty cool.
What do you think of that one, Andy? Got a nice banding there on Anne-Marie's and a nice shape to Venus as well.
Yeah, right. I'll just put me. Yeah, right. That's good. Really good.
This is a really slow camera. It takes 10 frames. It takes like about 5 minutes.
Well, you can actually notice the difference now that it's higher up. So even Andy, even yours is you can starting to see the banding as well, much clearer. It's nowhere near as dirty and wobbly as it was 20 minutes ago. It's very cool. I'm not sure there's much else we can actually say about what's happening out there other than
get out and have a look.
Those who are watching know to head on out and try and have a peek if the clouds are clearing. If you get an opportunity, if there's only high cloud to the east or no cloud to the east, go and have a peek. You don't need binoculars; you'll be able to see them naked eye. But in binoculars, you'll be able to see them like this. Maybe not this good, but you'll see them in the same field of view.
That was me. I lost one of my cameras, but that's all right. You get that. Still got one.
Look at that. Kevin wants to know if we can see any detail on Saturn. Getting cheeky. This is not a Saturn stream. This is a Jupiter and Venus conjunction stream.
I can duck up and have a look if you want.
Although, there you go. I knew it would happen. There you go.
I can't because I can't find it.
All right. Well, we'll leave this on your view here for the moment, Anne-Marie, while Andy goes up to Saturn. And what I'll do is it was 5:30 now, so I think we might finish on Saturn as a bit of a sneaky goodbye.
I just did it centered. Whoops.
And that means we can leave those watching us at the moment to head on outside and see if they've got some clear skies to go and have a look out there. That was a cheeky question. So those who are just jumping on now, I've just noticed you had a bit of a jumping numbers watching us. What you're seeing here at the moment is Jupiter and Venus in the same field of view. I think they're close to around about 0.2 degrees apart, or coming up to about 0.2 degrees apart, sitting up in the sky in the east. Don't be sorry, Kevin. Don't be sorry about asking that question, because Andy has got Saturn for us.
Yeah, there you are.
Bit of a sneaky one.
Bit of a sneaky Saturn, and yeah, it's totally the wrong view, but at least you get an idea of what it looks like, even through a scope at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be visual. but yeah, it's just below Mars. Mars you won't see much. Where are we? Mars will be the polar caps will be there, I think. What time of year isn't Mars? I think they're heading to.
That's
they're
cool,
in-
Andy.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty
Yeah.
cool. Saturn, that.
yeah. Because it's further, it's higher up. You know, the higher up you go, the steadier.
The better it
You get-
gets. All right.
Um,
I'm going to jump back to Anne Marie's on Venus and Jupiter, and we will close it out on that. And I want to thank everyone for joining us for our very early morning breaking news live stream. We hope you've enjoyed today's stream or this morning's stream, because it's been fun to bring it to you, even though we're all sort of worried last night that it wasn't going to be clear skies. We thought, it's going to be cloudy. And like, we'll still get up at 4:30 and have a look. And we did. And thankfully the skies were clear, and we've been able to bring you a lovely little live stream of this amazing little conjunction. So thank you everyone for watching. We do have another live stream not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday, which will be our monthly Astro Talk. The topic will be about the formation of the universe through the Big Bang. So that'll be coming up as our next live stream, and then hopefully as we get further into galaxy season, we might be able to do another gazing at the galaxies.
Yeah.
Which will be good. So that we will have some more live streams like this, not at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, no.
Yeah.
A more reasonable hour of the evening. But yes, thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Cool. See you.
Bye.